So let's play with some bricks, shall we? This is a brick or a block. So think of your identity data, like your name, email address, phone number, etc., as part of this one smiley face. Now this block holds this identity data for 4 people. Okay, now let's connect this block to the next block. And as we do, let's add something interesting. Let's add a timestamp. Every time a block is connected to the next block, we add a timestamp that gives us a historical record. Okay. Now, let's take the mathematical representation of the contents of this top block and create a fingerprint out of it. And then let's store that fingerprint onto the next block in the way that these 2 blocks are now connected. Okay, now let's add something even more fun. Let's add an address. This address is like a P.O. box you can send stuff to. But the contents of this P.O. box are encrypted. You couldn't read what's inside of it unless you had a key. So if Jim wanted her friend Erica to have access to identity data, he could just send her the address and a key. Okay, moving on. Now let's keep connecting these blocks, and to store them, we don't store them in one central place, as was the case with companies storing your data centrally. We distribute them, like spreading your eggs in multiple baskets, and we store them in multiple computers. Doing so removes the single point of failure and makes this chain of blocks more secure and tamper-proof. And none of these computers, by the way, are owned by any single entity or company. Okay, now let's add another significant aspect. Let's say every time an identity is added to a block, and a block then is added to the next block, it's considered to be immutable. It cannot be changed, altered, or removed. So, say hello to your immutable self. As you think about what could be included in identity, let's raise the stakes here. Let's think about something that we all have, but is distinct in all of us, something that makes us who we are. It's the pattern of your iris, the print of your fingers, the tone of your voice, essentially your biometric data. And now let's raise the stakes here further. Think of something that is so central and core to who we are. Yes, your DNA, your actual DNA data. Now picture the consequences when that data falls into the wrong hands.